going on, everybody? It is a little bit after 3 o'clock Central Standard Time, so y'all know what that is. This is another episode of Book Talk Live. And I am joined today by the phenomenal, the amazing, the beautiful, the stunning. There's so many words I can use for this woman, and still would not have enough. My fiance, Miss Chimere Bacon. What's going on, Miss Bacon, baby?
What's going on, Mr. Justin? How you doing?
Oh, I'm lovely. I'm lovely. I'm just enjoying this vibe, enjoying the clean ass snakes out the water. So, hey, it's another beautiful Sunday. You know, the 4th of July. That's what it is. So,
We cooling. You see, I got my hater blockers on for you, baby.
wait a minute. Wait a minute. I wish I had some spray for him. Let me make sure it's on. It don't even want to work. It's so much. There it is. Listen. Listen, but I am before we continue, because we could do this all day, but we really don't need to. I want to know, and the people want to know more about Miss Chimere Bacon. So go ahead and introduce yourself and let the people know who you are. We can go ahead
I'm gonna
and
take these off,
yeah.
okay, so that I can formally introduce myself. Hello, everyone. My name is Chimere Bacon. I am the CEO and owner of the Real Housewives of Houston organization and also Boss Up Houston Network. We also are in collaborative with a lot of great projects in the Houston area and surrounding areas. With Boss Up, we have over 500,000 viewers and we are internationally known. We have a women's magazine, the Real Housewives of Houston magazine, a men's magazine, the Elite Men of Houston magazine, and we also do a lot of organization, community efforts within the communities in the Houston area. We are in about 10 different cities, and we are steadily growing. So that's a little bit about me as far as career path. I do have a bachelor's in communications and a master's in business. And I feel like I have a doctorate in life because I've experienced it all.
There you go. Come on now. Hey, listen, I'm enjoying this because most people are putting it out there. You know, they own these networks and they own these different things. But the honest truth is, this is something that you do consistently, and I've witnessed it firsthand. I'm not.
Oh,
I'm not
you've seen the behind the scenes. I don't know if
oh yeah. Listen, I know a boss when I see one. I know a queen when I see one. And there are so many times that I see you go to work, and I'm just like, let me get out the way because she is straight in business mode, right? So tell us a little bit of your story. What got you to this point? Because I think for most people, they see the blonde hair, they see the pretty eyes, they see the pretty smile, and they're like, okay, she's just another pretty face. But there's some degrees, there's some ministry, there's some vocals, and there's like a lot that goes on in this woman. Um, Tell us what got you to be Miss Bacon, baby.
all right. Oh, here we go. You're peeling back the layers. You're peeling back the layers. I'll say this. Hurt has pushed me into the path of purpose. And for a long time, I didn't know what my purpose was. And so, in the process of healing and in the process of coming into my own and in the process of learning and knowing my purpose, that is what drove me to the lane and the businesses that I am involved in now. Generally, what started the Real Housewives of Houston was a Facebook post. I saw that some of my close friends who were entrepreneurs, single moms, and they were doing things like making moves or going to work every day. And I just started posting saying, "Hey, girl, I see you. You know, hats off, salute to you. And I started that as a Facebook post, but God came into that thing and showed me that there is a path and a lane that this will go further. God gave me that vision. And so from there, it went to the magazine. So we started doing highlights in the magazine. And then from the magazine, it went to a radio show. And that's how we started Boss Up Houston talk show with the radio. And then from radio, we moved over into TV. Now, during that time, I was working for a lot of different companies. I worked at KCOH in Houston. I also worked, did some liaison things with CBS New York, with the great Charles Williams. He's an Emmy nominated editor for CBS. And he helped me along my path in the television arena. And so a lot of things, again, hurt pushed me into purpose. And that's where I am now. So a lot of people say they see this and it's like, oh, she got it all together. No, honey, trust me. I've been through the storm and the rain. But they always say it either you're going into a storm, you in the midst of a storm, or you coming out of a storm. And
Come
so anywhere I am, God is, and that's what matters.
Talk about it. Talk about it. Spiritual, not just beautiful, not once have I heard you say, man of God, woman of God. So you're not just spiritual, you are truly connected to the Father. And that's to me, I mean, y'all gotta forgive me. This show is gonna be a lot of flirting. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
get out, sir.
She is just too beautiful. I gotta do it. But and in case y'all wondering why I'm flirting with this specific woman, this is my fiance. So we are now officially in the month of
Okay.
July. And yeah, July 13th, we will be one. Yeah. Yeah, I am Miss Chanel. Chanel say, come on, flirt with your future. Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
future.
Mm, 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 mm.
Oh
Listen,
my God, you got me blushing over here now. Stop it.
yeah, listen. So as we continue this conversation, because there's so much alignment, just sharing your story, how, like you say, your pain became your purpose, right? And I can 100% agree. At some point I'll share my story, and a lot of my story, and you see it happening daily in the whew, let me pull one of these phones out with just some stuff that's happened like within the last hour. We ain't even gonna talk
Right.
about it. But
It's breaking news.
breaking news, come on, breaking news. The snakes is loose. But we ain't even gonna talk about them. We just gonna keep walking over them. But
That's right. We soar. We eagles, honey. We fly above. We don't even come down but to eat. Hello.
come on. Listen, as we continue, y'all can see we just having fun. It's the 4th of July. This is what it's all about. And this is a daily interaction. This is how we interact with each other daily. There's so many conversations about business, so many conversations about life, so many conversations about God, and start the day off with God first. It is not going anywhere, right? So tell me a little bit, because I found some things out about you just by being around you just last Sunday. Because you talked about the business side, you talked about your rise in the media world. But what most people don't know is that behind that smile is a voice of God, and I do
Oh,
need a voice of God. Last weekend we were in church, and I guess there were a few people that were missing from church, from the choir, from the ministry, and I look up, and who do I see in front of the entire church singing, lead solo? I'm holding back emotions. Like, wait, what? Before you got into the world of media, what were some of the other things that you did to get to this point?
So since birth, okay, you know that scripture. I know the plans that I have for you, plans to prosper you in the womb, honey. Okay, God was baking that thing and cooking that thing up. But since I can remember, I would say about 4 or 5. I've been in modeling and acting, and my mom put me in a lot of different things. I've been in pageants. I modeled for Lacoste at a very, very young age. So I've always been in some type of form of entertainment. I minored in theater, um, when in my undergrad, and so I've been in some type of entertainment the majority part of my life. Then younger me, 16, 17, I was in a girls group called Alizé, who was managed by the same managers that originally had Girls Time, which is the first group that Beyonce and Kelly and all of them were in. And, through ups and downs and distribution deals and things of that nature, that just fizzled out. But I've always had a mindset of business, and so the wanting of trying to be famous fizzled from me quickly because that's not where the money is. Okay, I want to go where the money resides.
Where the money reside? Where the money?
So I transferred everything that I had learned up until that point into actually managing some other artists or helping some other artists. I've been a PR, a AR, and that's lingo for public relations manager, artist relations manager. Those things to help in the background, but in the scope of that, again, I was learning, and I feel like we should always be in a place where we can learn something, no matter where we are in our path. So like right now today, I feel like if you would ask me, hey, can you assist me with this? And it's something that I know, I would definitely fall into the role of that assistant. I'm not too big or to say that I won't do or help in a lane that I can help in. So I feel like that's where realness comes from, humbleness comes from. Like people say all the time, you need to be humble, but I feel like you should really be humble, and humbleness comes from the heart. It's a genuine feeling. You can't just say it, or you can't act like you're humble. You know what I'm saying? It shows through your action.
Come on now, and humility is definitely essential to
That's it.
elevation, right? Listen, I'm enjoying this conversation with you. We're about to go to a quick commercial. Be right back in two. Got a quick word from our sponsor, Business of Books Mastermind Program.
Hey, what's up? This is Deuce Malone, and I have to tell you, the Business of Books Mastermind changed my life. I've been trying to write a book for a long time. Never really knew what steps to take, where to go, how do you market a project, all that just in limbo with these great ideas in my head to create something that's gonna ultimately create passive income for me. So I had the opportunity, thanks to Sugar Ray, to become a part of the Business of Books Mastermind, and it changed all of that. First of all, you got a supportive group of people who are all in the same space you are. They're trying to become published authors, trying to figure out how do you get to that next step. So you already got a supportive group of folks to help you and support you, and hopefully people that will buy your book in the future. but then Sugar Ray Destin and his team, they break down everything for you. Like, I never knew about lead pages or where to go for author groups and that kind of a thing, but all that's in the program. So if you're thinking about writing a book, you're thinking about becoming an author, I seriously suggest you look into the Business of Books Mastermind, because it's going to help you get closer to achieving that ultimate goal. Sugar Ray Destin is definitely a pro, very professional. His network of people even are some of the best in the business that can help guide you. When he's not the expert, he'll bring in someone else to help guide you along the way, and all those people, their network just opens up to you as well. So this over the past few months, this has definitely been life-changing and has got me closer to my goal. And by the end of the year, I should be a published author. So that's my take. Don't wait. Join the Business of Books Mastermind today.
Yo, yo, yo. I love that commercial, because what most people don't see, and Deuce put it in the comments. He said a guy right there can help you with your music. Hit him up. What most people don't know is that Deuce recently, Salute, just became a part of the academy. So he is actually part of the Grammy board for artists. So we don't just hang out with small fish or small fries. And the beautiful thing is we've been around each other for years upon years, and he's not now just an author. He is a two-time international best-selling author.
Come on here.
International best-selling author, two-time international best-selling author, and an Amazon #1 best-selling author. And he is just getting started, and it's only going to elevate from here. That's what we do. We don't take people's stuff lightly. We actually help them get to where they're trying to go. But we are, for those of y'all that are with us, thank y'all for coming back with us. I'm with my future. I'm sitting here looking at my future. This is Miss Chimere Bacon, my fiance. We will be crossing the threshold on July 13th. But we've heard her story, and now I want to touch on some of this business, because we've actually partnered. We didn't just join as lifelong partners, but we joined as business partners. We've joined in terms of creating dynasties that will last forever, building our empire. And it's not something that we take lightly. So when we talk about it, I know books. Trust me, I know books. I've been studying this. I remember when times were not right, and I was riding a bus, and I'm still sitting there studying what's next. So blood, sweat, and tears has gone in on this side when it comes down to getting these books right. You know marketing. So let's talk business, right?
Let's talk about it.
So small plug, just like Deuce said, the business of books is an opportunity for you. But let me tell you about this marketing that is being offered now as a result of this queen in front of me, my queen. Tell me a little bit about your marketing journey and some of the things that you can do for authors.
Well, specifically, our niche is organic marketing, and a lot of people don't do that. Okay, and here's the thing: you can have 1 million views on a post, right? Or you can go viral on social media, but does that equate to money? Okay, does that equate to equity in your business? And I think that we get the lines blurred between business and clout.
Come on now.
Okay. And so we're not at Bossa, we're not out for clout. We're running an effective, essential business. Okay. And so everything has to make sense. Okay. So when we provide marketing for our clients, it's organic marketing. We're going to pull the clients or the clientele or the viewers that will more than likely purchase, subscribe, renew. You'll have a revolving customer. You'll have a continuous client. And then they're a specific clientele. So, and why I say that is because let's say you want a client that's between 25 and 35, who shops regularly at Neiman Marcus and pays on an average of $800 to $1,000 per week. Okay. We're going to find that client for you through marketing. And then we will have about 100 of those because we know there is a ratio of clients per what you actually see as a client to purchase. Okay. There's a click per view and then there's a purchase per view. All right. And so again, this is a niche that we have mastered over a period of time. I've been in media marketing for over 15 years. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. Okay. And when I'm not gonna give y'all the game now because you got to come to me and get my services so that I can hook you up. But generally, people flock to the numbers and they say, "Oh, it's only 3,000." Oh, yeah, we have 3,000, but guess what? About 1,500 of those are paying clients. And that's what matters to me. So you can have all the views you want, honey. I'm where the money resides.
Come on, where the money reside, where the money reside. Listen, and that is what you touched on is something that we talk about. Not all the way that you are, but knowing your target market. Because
exactly.
a lot of people will start off and say, well, what is it in terms of authors? And this is my experience. Tell me if this is your experience. But a lot of people will sit back and say, my book is for everybody, right? And the honest truth is, if
That's
your
funny.
book is for everybody, ain't nobody gonna buy it because you're not talking to anyone specifically, and it's just like throwing bait out there. But if y'all weren't listening? If y'all were listening, she gave you a few specific things to look for, right? You gotta.
So here's the thing with marketing, right? Your book can be for everybody. You want everybody to read it. Wonderful, great. But initially, when you're going into marketing for a specific product, first of all, you have a specific product. You have a book, and that book has a title, and that title encompasses your audience, right? And so everybody don't even read. So you have a specific client. You know what I'm saying? And so you have to go into it saying, okay, this is my target market. But if it reaches the masses, wonderful. Because guess what? Those are unaccounted wins. You feel me? Those are unaccounted gross income margins. But when you go for the target, when you go for the target, then specifically you can then do your ratios, and you can predict how money is coming in. You can predict what type of viewers you see. You can predict your clientele on a weekly basis. And this is where the differentiation comes in from a hobby to a business. So if you're writing a book for a hobby, say that. And then don't come to the business of books, honey, because we're doing business.
Say that.
Okay. And so it's a differentiation. And so if the person that comes to us for business needs to identify if they're just doing this thing or if they really want to learn, cultivate, and grow a business from their product.
Come on now. Listen, I'm loving that. You can't be using all them big business terms and expect me not to start smiling, because the language of marketing is just that. It is so, when you know what you're doing, you can create that lifestyle that you're looking for. But if you're coachable, I'll even say that. If you're coachable and not easily manipulated, let me put that one out there. Not easily manipulated, then you will go with you will go where you're supposed to. So tell me a little bit more about this marketing, because that Boss Up and the Real House.
You try to get all my business. What else you want me to talk about, Suge?
I'm all up in your Kool-Aid. I'm all up in your Kool-Aid. but what I want to know is, so not only do you help with the marketing of authors, but there's something that you are also offering to those who are authors or who are looking to build businesses outside of just books and outside of. So it last time I checked, as a media marketing company, there's an opportunity for those who want to build their own podcast as they go forward. So if you want to talk about that and touch on that real briefly.
Right. So with Boss Up, what we do is we cultivate women and men in business. So if you're at startup level, if you're at mid-level, or if you are a thriving business, we can help you with marketing on any level. We also help you start the business, like if you're at ground level where you need to get all your paperwork together and things of that nature, we do that as well. But with any business, marketing is very, very necessary. And I just actually talked to a couple of clients where, the realization was, yeah, I can do this, I can do that. But a lot of times people don't even know what they're doing. I see a lot of posts, right? And people just post, and they think that that's what marketing is. And that's not marketing. That is more of building exposure. And that is a part of marketing, but that's not marketing. Even if you're boosting on Facebook, there's a unique and there's a technique that you need to use when you're boosting on Facebook. I used to market for a couple of churches, and they would just pay for the boosting where they're not picking specific things. And so you're wasting dollars. You're putting money into boosting, and it's not even getting anywhere. It's not even going anywhere. It's not even being effective into the things that you want to do. Another thing is, when you're doing things, period, in life, in general, in business, what is the goal? A lot of times people are just frivolously doing things. You have to have a goal to get something accomplished. So when I wake up in the morning, my goal is to do this, and this, And so I think a lot of times people just are doing things without even having a goal in mind, without even saying, okay, this week I want to have 5 clients. They're just going and they're working and they're posting and they're doing all this stuff. Well, marketing entails goals. You have to know why you're doing a certain thing. So why are you even posting a video? What do you want to accomplish from that? And so I always tell people, you need to have an action item on a post for someone to do. CTA. Otherwise, why are you posting?
Yeah.
Go and watch my video. Go and subscribe to the YouTube. Please purchase my book. Go and look at the website. Whatever it is you want them to do, that should be inside of whatever you're posting. So a lot of times people are just posting a flyer, posting a picture, posting something, don't even have a link. So where they supposed to go?
Yeah. Exactly.
So it's just little things like that I don't think in general people think about, but that's why we're in the business, and you do need to consult with a professional.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a saying. It's a lot cheaper to hire a professional than to work with an amateur. Because you can work with that amateur, and I've seen this time and time again. but eventually I'm going to get a phone call from you because this is what we do 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Sometimes to the point of Chimere having to tell me, hey, put your phone down. This ain't work time. Or me having to tell her, hey, come on, it's our time, right? This is
Definitely.
this is passion work, and so I love it. One thing that I actually did remember and take back from you, I say take it back because it's something that I used to do that got off track, but seeing you every day, you start your day with a list of action items because you're focused on where your goals are. And so as a result, I started carrying around a whiteboard to do the exact same. And I can tell you from experience, one, thank you, because the results have actually started to show just in the last week or two. Seeing a lot of different things. Um, so what is one tip that you would give to a new author or a new somebody that's watching that's like, man, you know what? To I want to go to another level, but I'm just stuck where I'm at.
So I always tell people, don't get discouraged with being where you are.
Mhm.
Embrace it.
Do
Where
not.
you are is where you are. But again, if you can my advice would be to consult with someone that can help you get to the next level. And don't count yourself out before you start, right? So a lot of times we're our worst critic, you know. Um, I remember when I first started, I was like, oh my God, I want to print my magazine. I want to print it and I want it to be in 10 different stores but I wasn't at that level yet. I couldn't afford it at that time. So you know what I did? I started it electronically because that's where I was. So my advice again is to be honest with where you are, embrace where you are, and do what you can do within the scope of what you have. And then once you're able to move to the next level, you know, move to the next level. And don't get discouraged because you're at a point, because everybody had to start somewhere.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Listen, there's a lot of jewels and a lot of love that's being shown on this episode of Book Talk Live. We appreciate y'all for tuning in for the 4th of July edition. Um, I would say the countdown edition, but maybe when we come back, we'll talk a little bit about how this bond started and some of the business behind it. But we focused on the business of books. So once again, we'll be back shortly and chew. With the next commercial from our sponsor, the Business of Books Mastermind Program.
Before I go, if I can say something, man, about you, like
Okay.
you've helped me with this whole process. I mean, I can't even put into words how much I appreciate what you've done. And I'm going to tell everybody who's watching, who's going to be watching, if you want to be an author and you want to get your book out there, man, this is the dude for you. Because, someone referred me to you and you were like on the phone, boom. It didn't even take you no time to, get with me and put this thing together. And within a couple of weeks, man, I'm a best-selling author. So kudos to you and what you do. And I promise you that I'm going to try my best to bring people. I've actually turned a couple people into, program them or trying to program them to write a book because of you. And I want to say thank you. I appreciate you and all the success that the book does. Hey, some of that goes definitely to you. So anyone out there, man, highly, highly, highly recommend it.
That's all you, brother. You got me over here feeling like somebody chopping onions. So yeah. So Oh man, listen, that's my brother from another mother, Mr. Reggie Rush, former NFL player, has a huge passion for working with the youth. He was the very first. He was the very first Amazon #1 bestseller that we launched. Signature launch. People have tried it, but I'm sorry. Come on, y'all, cut it out. Cut it out. So with that, yeah, with that being said, since Reggie, he actually went from being a #1 Amazon bestselling author to a two-time Amazon #1 bestselling author and a two-time international best-selling author. So this is what we do consistently. Love you to death, Reggie. Love you to life. Beautiful family, beautiful dude. So we are back with Miss Chimere Bacon, soon to be changing that last name. I gotta say it. She's destined for greatness. She's absolutely destined for greatness. So so we have been talking and I'll say it like this: from the very first conversation that we actually had, it was it was bigger than just a relationship. It was bigger than just us sitting back saying, "Oh, okay, I like this person." It was God all up in that conversation. The alliances were just. Whew, I've felt alliances, but I've never felt like every. I could just take a checklist and check, 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 and it
Don't
has not.
checking those boxes.
Hey, it has not stopped. All those boxes add up, right? Um, but I wanna talk about something that is near and dear to both of our hearts, right? Your connection with God Himself, right? Because there is a lot that I've learned from you that I've grown just in, like I said, in we've been around each other 77 days now. If y'all think I'm playing, it's only been 77 days that we have been around each other. The reason that I know how many days it actually is because July 13th is coming and a total of 86 days, 86 all the exes, 86 all the stresses, 86 all the past, 86 everything. And if you know what 86 means,
Come on, 86.
yeah, where I'm from in the hood, 86 means get rid of it, right?
Huh.
So, so we are 77 days in. Let's touch on your connection with God because I can hear the spiritual connection that you have. I can hear I know it's there. Where did that come from? Really?
I feel like I'm on that on the what's that movie, Jerry Maguire, when he said, "I'm not gonna cry." Um, like I said, from the womb, my grandmother instilled in me God and the importance of the Holy Spirit. And my dad is a bishop. He was a superintendent in Church of God in Christ for a long time. He has since retired, but he does still practice, and he has his own church and flock and fellowship. Uh, I've been in church all my life, sung in the choir, I can do the church thing. But as I grew my own relationship with God, I learned that I've always been a person of realness, a person of just speaking the truth. And that's where I found my solace and my solitude in, worshiping and serving and praying and doing all of that in spirit and in truth. And so I try to live by that. I speak by that. I move by that. I align myself by that. And that's why this connection had to be divine. You know, um, I wasn't looking anymore. I wasn't searching. I was waiting for the appointed time with the anointed. And God, showed up and provided that thing to me in you. And so I thank God for it. And I'm along for the ride forever, ever.
Forever. Hey, I ain't going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere. So definitely.
I think I told you today, I was like, listen, you can't even do nothing to deter me from the will of God and what God is saying that he's doing in this thing. So, when a person is in it and he can't deter, uh I'm still, because that's where God wants me to be, in this place, in this season. And that's what I'm doing.
Absolutely. Well, listen, I'm on the boat with you. So now if it starts sinking, I'm
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna pull my paddle out. We're gonna get to better waters. But one of the one of the things that I truly admire about you is, well, actually there's a few things, but what most people don't know is that you're a very compassionate person, right? And you will definitely take somebody under your wing, but you are also giving, nurturing, and more. But the other side of that is your level of focus. Is your level of focus. Where did that level of focus come from?
Man, that's hustle and struggle right there. I'm telling you, every day I'm hustling. That's a real song to me. I don't even listen to rap, but I be like, every day I'm hustling. Every day you know, that's just, again, the truth. At the end of the day, once you so I'm gonna say this. I walked off of my not walked off, I gave them a notice, but I left my corporate America job as a senior manager. I was making about six figures, and I had everything I could have wanted. At that point, I had reached the level where I could exceed, to a different. I could have moved to a different level of executive in the company that I worked in. Um, but God said that wasn't the purpose and the path. And I think that's the difference for me. And that's where that focus comes from, because it's not just a job, it's not a career.
Say
This is my purpose as a God-given purpose. And so ministry is done through the shows, ministry is done through the magazines, ministry is done just like this. This is ministry. People need this. We are serving at this moment
yeah,
because some people need to hear this. People need to know your story. People need to know that, it's not all glitz and glamour and fame. Smoke and mirrors happen on these social media sites, and real life people don't
mhm,
share their downfalls and failures, and I've had those,
yeah,
and so the focus comes from the hustle and bustle, and knowing that um I think I told you, I got to a point to where I learned that, okay, if I do this and this, I can have this and this, and if I do this, or if I move this way, you know, I can live this way. And so I created a lane and an avenue that's conducive to the way I want my life to be. And what I don't like about the situation is that people hate on that. People don't like that you have created your own lane,
Come
your
on now.
own avenue,
Come
but
on.
it was through your struggle. Like you said,
Come
blood,
on.
sweat, and tears. They didn't go through what you went through.
Mm.
You don't know my story. So you can't be mad because I'm now at a level, because I've been at the bottom. I've been at ground zero. I've been at starting over. I've been there. So, I just have learned from that I need to be in a place and what to do and what not to do. And, again, I thank God for it. I thank God for my story. I thank God for the testimony. I thank God for the failures, because no loss is a loss for me. I'm on a win-win. Okay.
Come on. Come on. Listen. That I can relate to. That I can, and if I can just for a second, you touched on something that's like, for those out there, please stop hating, because you really don't know what it took to get to this level. You don't know the reasons that people have moved on from certain situations. And I'm being very specific. You don't know the hell that people have been through, just to get to where we are right now. Like I said, less than 2 years ago, I was on the bus. I was still staying with my parents and worked my ass off
Come
to get
on.
to a certain level where nobody, and I mean nobody, outside of a select few people, even cared to help. So when it comes down to it, you don't know what people have been through. And you have no right to hate on anybody else's situation, because God has been all through. God has been all through their life. God gave people their stories for a reason. And for you to try and perpetrate and try to be something that you're not, go sit in the corner somewhere. Like, as an adult, go sit in the corner, because you don't know what it took. You really don't know what it took for people to get to a certain level, to a certain status. And
Or still taking it.
yeah, and this is not hostility. It's like I see good people that are constantly putting in work. Those that do see it. I can see the people who are moving and shaking, consistently moving and shaking. And I'm not talking local, because I ain't no local dude. I'm not no local dude. My fiance is not no local chick. If I want it, yeah, I'm not gonna, should go home. Go home, should. But I just want to,
All right. We on the run. We on the run today.
we ain't gotta
I'm
run.
just asking, I gotta know.
We ain't gotta run. I got a whole bunch of, anywho, for those of y'all that are out there that think that it is easy to level up, it is when you surround yourself with good people and you're good to people.
That's right.
Those out there who are slithering and trying to be something that you're not, cut it out, because we see you. We see you way before you even have a chance. And guess what? The crazy thing is, those that do talk. Those that do talk. We know who you are before you even come this way. Y'all may not. It's there's a connection that I've seen in you, and I ain't gonna hijack the show no more. But there's a connection that I've seen in you with God, where you see things before I see it, and then there's sometimes that I see things before you see it. And I'm
Right.
so thankful for this divine connection, because that's nothing more than God that's sitting back saying, that's saying, you know, you got my back, I got your back. And I say it to the world, I've said it before. These ain't the issues that you want. This woman that I'm looking at in front of me, I would give my life for. I would give my life for her. And that's an international connection that you have no idea that you've touched. And so I am so proud of everything that you've done already. but I'm so excited for what's getting ready to happen.
Come on, they hate before it gets started, right? That's what I said. We just getting started. We haven't even got started yet, So I don't know I don't know what's going to happen, when we really start doing some things and making some moves. But God got us, so we don't have nothing to worry about.
I'm not even worried. Yeah.
We
Yeah.
good.
I know black people can't say it no more, but we Gucci.
We Gucci. Oh yeah, we're not supposed to say that.
We're not supposed to say that. We're not supposed to say that. We're not supposed to say that. But listen, I have loved this interaction. I've loved this connection. And we may need to do this more. Just share some. Do I see a boss talk business tips coming soon?
I don't know. I mean, what's coming next, honey? Stay tuned.
Yeah, I gotta stay tuned because there's some power moves and boss moves
I,
in the works.
I
But
want to put a plug in though.
go ahead.
Okay. I have my own business of books book coming out. It is called The Evolution of a Woman. So I want everyone to be on the lookout. I have some amazing women that have shared their testimonies and their stories about evolving as women. And I feel like this is what we need. I feel like this is what is needed for real women, godly women, women of valor, women of a great caliber to come forth and give their stories and testimonies and also show the success that has come from pain and struggle and hurt. And so in the book, you will see healing. In the book, you will see, the struggle, and you will see the thrive, and you will also see compassion. And I believe that the women in the book, we will have a great experience all together with the collaborative. So definitely look out for that evolution of a woman. And it's going to be on the business of books, honey. You know we had to do it.
Come on now. Come on now. Listen, this is not the only thing. I'm gonna throw another plug out there. And I gotta throw this plug out there. So there are a lot of you who are authors or speakers that need a platform, and you still have not found a platform where you can be coached, where you can be trained, where you can be taught. Maybe you started a podcast or you started something to get the word out there because somebody told you need a podcast, you need a vlog, you need a blog, whatever. Well, I'm going to throw that same connection back to Boss Up. When I say I have seen, and I mean I have literally seen this queen in front of you take people from not having a clue about how to build a business and building a business, but not only building a business, but building a business that is getting the exposure that's necessary. Not selling no pipe dreams, not selling no fairy tales, but actually helping them step by step by step, 0 to 6 figures in less than 9 months. That's what my queen is capable of doing for you. So if you are looking for that opportunity, you are looking to build your brand, you're looking to take your media marketing to the next level, come on now. She's sitting right in front of you, Miss Chimere Bacon of Boss of Houston Network. I did say network. I didn't say channel. I said network. She has an entire network. She runs multiple magazines, and she also has a consulting firm that works with high level, not just these low levels, high level political people in the Houston area, and has done so successfully, gotten several people elected, people that nobody knew who they were, and took them from being no names to head of the game. So with that being said, if y'all are looking for that connection, make sure you look up Boss Up Houston Network. They have quality content, and they don't allow just anything on their brand, because that's what brands are. You got to stand behind it, even if it means that it's going to cost you everything. If you are willing, if you can lose it all at one turn and smile and start again at your beginnings. Many of y'all have heard that before. But listen, this is my queen, my phenomenal queen, my future wife. That just sounds so good. It sounds so good. Let me say it again. My future wife, Miss Chimere Bacon. We're gonna change that last name real soon, though.
Let's try it, honey.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm looking at my future and smiling. But listen, go ahead and close us out. Get these people one more. And what I'm gonna do, for those of y'all that are watching, I do have the cash app giveaway. So for the first person that comments cash, you got a $25 cash app giveaway coming your way. Go ahead. Close us out, Ms. Bacon.
All right. I just want to give a shout out to the Boss Up Houston Network crew, Roger Moore, Stephania, Zach, Johnny, Amber Neal, Jacob Jimenez. Business of Books is also a part of that as well. But shout out to Don with DE Digital Marketing as well. Shout out to all of our affiliates. Shout out to everyone that hosts the show or that is in affiliation with the Boss Up Houston Network. I want to thank everybody that tunes in, that watches daily. We appreciate everyone that supports. We are a organization that supports, and we appreciate the support and the love that you have shown us back. So y'all know how we do. I am Miss Bacon, baby, soon to be destined. I'm gonna say that on this platform, okay? But this is Boss Up Houston, where we look up, stay up, and boss up.
Let's go. Listen, we will see y'all next week. Miss Chanel Dawson, congratulations on the $25 cash app giveaway. This has been a pleasure. And in case y'all didn't know it, I got to go finish cooking. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Love y'all. There's nothing, absolutely nothing that you can do about it, because I'm still going to love you. Love y'all.